on in their half-court game, and what really gets them going, obviously, is their running game, and they get into more of a motion offense, but they're really standing around right now.
Smith in the paint. We didn't even know if we'd see her again today, and she has her first field goal to put Virginia's lead back to 4. Staley trying for the steal. Almost got it, but picked up the personal. That'll be 2 on Dawn Staley. And 15:52 left. Virginia by 4.
At the NCAA Foundation, we care about the lives of all of our college and university students. That's why, with help from Anheuser-Busch, we're offering grants through our Choices program. These grants are used to provide funding for campus-wide alcohol education programs. The goal is to eliminate underage drinking and encourage responsible decision-making in all aspects of our students' lives. Working together as a team, we can make a difference.
A message from Anheuser-Busch and the NCAA Foundation.
On the river of life, things change. A protection review with your Allstate agent is the best way to make sure you have the right kind of coverage for your home or car. Or to set you on a course with life insurance to provide for you now or in the future. So see your agent for the Allstate Protection Review. You're in good hands with Allstate, a member of the Sears Financial Network.
There's a first time for everything. Your first love, first kiss, first date, first job, and your first new car. For more people, that first new car is Chevy Cavalier. A simple, solid value that'll get you through the changes until the next first time. The cars more people depend on. And now it's easy to win with the heartbeat.
Head and Shoulders for my serious dandruff? Blue is better. Extra medicated Selsun Blue.
With a medicine doctors recommend most. Medicine that relieves flaking better than Head and Shoulders.
Blue is better.
Selsun Blue, doctor recommended #1.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
We're looking forward to that matchup. They have, a great team. They have Dawn and Tammy. I mean, they have great players on their team, but I think, Christie and I know, are looking at it as a big challenge for us and for our team.
They've been equal to the challenge so far, hanging right in there with the All-American backcourt as far as scoring. Here comes part of that All-American backcourt, Dawn Staley. Virginia by 4. Just under 16 minutes to go in the ball game. Brad Nessler and Ann Myers, along with Mary Carrillo and Andrea Joyce with you from the LA Sports Arena. Second semifinal. The winner of this one advances to the championship tomorrow. Tammy Reese.
It's just a matter of time as far as her getting hot. I mean, it's only one in a row for her, but...
And do they get her with a foul? Tammy picks up her second foul. 15-17 remaining as Hemmer and McMurdo come back in. And sitting down will be Rucker and Daugherty. 6-point ball game. Trying to get it to McMurdo on an inbounds play.
Looking at that mismatch going against Dawn Staley, but again...
You never know if that's a mismatch, do you?
Not with her.
Dean Evans all over Molly Goodenbauer. Nice entry pass to Whiting. Her hook shot's good. 14 for Whiting. With a left hand, it won't go for Heather Burge. And then a traveling violation on Stanford.
Good angle angle by Molly Goodenbauer, setting up the pass to get inside to Val Whiting so Whiting can back inside and get good position for the little hook shot.
Staley. 15 for Staley. Back to a 6-point advantage, Virginia.
Virginia's still trying to get the ball inside, but at least they're looking for their outside shots now.
McMurdo, nice hook pass inside of Hammer. Rachel Hammer's first basket of the day.
You know, the starting 5 for Stanford, all 5 of them average double figures, but Whiting is the only one in double figures so far.
Staley brings it back out to Smith. She's going to penetrate and fouled as she went up. That'll be 3 on Rachel Hammer.
This time Stanford able to rotate the ball back over. You see Whiting penetrate and then kicks it back out. McMurdo, little pump fake, and brings the defense out to her, which leaves Hammer down low. Defensively, though, on the other hand, Stanford's still sagging off, and the thing is, they're still letting Virginia penetrate to the basket. Once Virginia penetrates, then they have to come up on their defense and stop them and not let them get inside so much.
Hammer, after that basket, though, commits the foul on the other end, and she sits as Audra Smith goes to the free throw line. And after the big collision with Val Whiting and what Mary Carrillo told us was a slight concussion, Audra Smith playing through the pain. Melanie Wagner coming back in. Yes, you can still see the hoop, can't you? Audra's got all 4 of her points to go with 6 rebounds in this half. And a quick whistle, foul on Dina Evans.
Virginia putting a lot of pressure on Molly Goodenbauer, bringing the ball up and calling a foul on Dina Evans. Debbie Ryan a little surprised at that call.
If we had a point for every foul that's been called in this game, we'd be in NBA territory about now. 13:50 left in the ball game. 41-35 Virginia. Daugherty had it stripped away by Dawn Staley, and the possession, it'll still be Cardinal basketball.
That's what an inside player really cannot do, Brad. Once they get the ball inside and they're looking to work the ball, backing up their defensive player, you've got other smaller players around you. And once you put that ball on the floor, somebody's going to get in there.
Goodenbauer. And she's fouled as she worked in the lane. Dawn Staley will pick up her 3rd. Don't forget, at the conclusion of every NCAA tournament game, we'll select the Chevrolet Players of the Game. In conjunction with the award, Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to the General Scholarship Fund for both schools.
Stanford taking advantage of the Burge sisters out, putting 6'5" freshman Anita Kaplan in the game.
Goodenbauer tried the 3 and couldn't get it. Tammy Reese comes out of the heat with the basketball and a 6-point Virginia lead. Tammy goes all the way herself, can't get it, and Val Whiting will clear it off.
Good play by Tammy Reese. Defensively, Stanford did not get back, and they just let her drive all the way down.
Goodenbauer trying to do it by herself. Hedgepeth outside.
Stanford really needs to make an effort right here as far as the substitution with Anita Kaplan in the game, and they need to run that half-court game, and they're standing around dribbling the ball.
The Burges both on the bench. It's Evans, Reese, Staley, Wagner, and Audra Smith for Virginia. Staley. Nice shot. It didn't go. Whiting, another rebound. Val's got 8 off the glass. Stanford trying to cut it back to 4 if they can score.
Stanford a little out of control right now.
Wagner's been tough on the rebounds for Virginia today, too. She's done a nice job.
Great
How about that pass? Smith fouled.
Stanford again standing not only in offense, but that time defensively. Dawn Staley recognizing that, and watch the bounce pass. She knows Anita Kaplan at 6'5", standing on the left side of our screen, which opens up that middle for Audra Smith.
Timeout with 12:23 left in the ball game, and Virginia leads by 6.
This NCAA Sports Profile is sponsored by Legs, proud sponsor of NCAA Women's Athletics. Utah's Brenda Alcorn, a 4-year basketball letter winner and a track and field star, also maintained a 3.8 GPA and is now pursuing her master's degree in meteorology.
Balancing academics and athletics in college is difficult but not impossible.
For her many accomplishments, Brenda Alcorn was named a 1991 NCAA Woman of the Year finalist.
A lot of women play tug of war with their pantyhose. Not anymore. There's Legs Classics. Pantyhose with the soft, perfect fit you'll want every day. Forget tug of war. Nothing's more fitting than classics.
Chevy Blazer. 1992's four-wheeler of the year. The sun upon my skin like a rock. Hard against the wind like a rock. With 3.5-ton towing, more room, more comfort, and more major awards. 1992's four-wheeler of the year is the all-new Blazer from Chevrolet. The trucks you can depend on. The trucks that last.
Today, there's the ProStep patch. It's a nicotine transdermal system.
It's a patch.
We just heard about it. ProStep. It's available only by prescription.
It's ProStep. I'm going to ask my doctor about it.
ProStep.
Start a project with Minwax wood finish and turn new into treasured, ordinary into extraordinary, even pine into cherry. Because Minwax wood finish makes it easy to turn any project into a beautiful masterpiece. Minwax makes wood beautiful.
An eyewitness to murder is on the run for her life. A thriller that will take you to the edge of your seat and keep you guessing to the very end. In the Eyes of a Stranger, Tuesday.
We're at the Women's Final Four in Los Angeles, California, in our second semifinal matchup of the day. Western Kentucky is already advanced, and the winner of the Stanford-Virginia game will meet the Lady Toppers tomorrow at 4 for the NCAA women's title. Brad Nessler and Ann Myers with you as Virginia leads by 6 with 12:23 left in the ball game. And Audra Smith, who had a major collision with Val Whiting in the first half, and we questioned whether or not she'd even be able to play, back in and doing quite a job and back at the free throw line.
Neither team has been shooting the ball well from the floor, Brad. 33% for both teams. But Virginia keeping the lead because of their rebounding. Out-rebounding Stanford 35-19.
And Audra Smith got the second to up the lead to 7. Virginia has led for most of the ball game. That 3 helps the cause for Stanford. Wagner answers on the other end.
Virginia wants to keep it as much as up-tempo as Stanford.
Goodenbauer. Whiting almost lost it. Now drives on Smith. And got it back. Still can't get it to go. And finally a foul on Anita Kaplan. Don't forget, semifinal Saturday here on CBS Sports, and coming up after this one, we take you to Minneapolis, where it's Michigan and Cincinnati in game 1, and then the Hoosiers and the defending champion Duke Blue Devils will have at it.
You know, Stanford coming into this game had won their last 7 games. They lost a Pac-10 game to Arizona State and said, okay, we better get focused. And they were like a machine, but they're not playing like it now.
Tina Evans, her first basket of the half, takes it back to an 8-point margin, which matches the biggest lead of the day. Kate Pay in the lineup with Christie Hedgepeth and Molly Goodenbauer, a three-guard offense, if you will. Val Whiting, nice catch on the weak side and finally put it back in for 16 for her. To go with 10 rebounds, so it's another double-double day, the 13th time this season that's happened for Val Whiting. Cardinal in desperate need of a defensive stop. Tammy Reese can't get it. Kate Pay does. Goodenbauer, she might pull up and take it. Nope. Nice turnaround by Kaplan. A rebound is Virginia's.
Stanford again still getting one shot at the basket. And that obviously is helping Virginia very much. And Virginia going down low.
Audra Smith, all 7 of her points this half.
Virginia consistently, Brad, has been able to get the ball down low. That time Whiting getting the ball down low, but percentage-wise, I think it's been more to the advantage of the Cavaliers.
Less than 10 to play, 48-42 Cavaliers.
Stanford cannot continue to trade baskets with Virginia if they are going to shoot the ball.
Staley outside. Rebound, Christie Hedgepeth. And here comes Goodenbauer.
Staley hesitated on that shot. It's almost like she was looking for the drive.
Kate Pay trying to come up with a steal after the turnover, and she picks up the foul.
Stanford not sure what they want to do in the half-court game. Goodenbauer seeing Kaplan down low, and then all of a sudden Kaplan releasing, and then that's when the pass came from Goodenbauer.
For the first time in several minutes, one of the Burges checking back in.
Tara Vanderveer trying to get her team pumped up, but they're a little tired right now. Val Whiting has gone a lot of minutes. And when you're tired, you're not thinking as well, and you make more mental mistakes.
There's Heidi Burge back in the lineup with 4 fouls. Dawn Staley and Audra Smith getting a rest. Charlita Beals also checked in for the Cavaliers. So it's Beal, Reese, Wagner, Burge, and Evans. And Melanie Wagner has had a quiet and effective game. 6 points to go with some key rebounds. 9 rebounds, in fact.
And as far as that outside shot for Virginia, that is where it's been open. They're going to call a foul on Wagner. But offensively for the Cavaliers, Wagner does a good job looking at the basket and being an offensive threat. Those shots around the top of the key and the free throw area have been open.
Cavaliers over the limit now, so Stanford can shoot free throws the remaining 8 minutes, 59 seconds.
Well, this might be a key for Stanford, because if they don't get to the line and start hitting some free throws, and that's been one of their big advantages all season long, they have gotten other teams into foul trouble and put themselves on the free throw line, and they've not done that a lot today at all, except Val Whiting.
They were first in the Pac-10 in free throw percentage, over 73% in conference play, and now they can put that to work the next 9 minutes. Rachel Hammer got them both. 50-44. And Dean Evans controls things for Virginia. Got a nice pick. Tammy Reese trying to get the handle to get it over to Beal. She turns it over. So again, an opportunity for the Cardinals to edge back to within 4. How about Tammy Reese? Turns it over and then steals it on the other end. Foul on Hedgepeth. That'll be her 3rd.
Christie Hedgepeth offensively just relaxed, and Tammy Reese, I'll never forget seeing her 2 years ago. I was so impressed with this kid because of her defense. Look at her eyes. She knows that ball's there, and she reaches up for it. There's a foul right there, but they call it a little bit further down the court. But I just love the intensity that Tammy Reese plays with, and she deserves that Kodak All-American.
She's played all out 4 seasons in a row for the Cavaliers. fouls on Stanford now, so Virginia will shoot the next time there's a personal in the ball game. Heidi Burge fouled as she went to the basket. Molly Goodenbauer picks up her third. We've talked about the Kodak All-American team. Here's who's on that club. This is a pretty good group. Michelle Joseph, all-time Big Ten scorer there, with Whiting, Staley, Reese, and Kate. Dina Head, Tennessee, who was brilliant last year in Tennessee's victory for the national crown. Zurich, Robinson, Savage, Swoops. That's a pretty good group,
It really is. Susan Robinson really had a great year for Penn State. Dina Head for Tennessee, their 5'10" point guard. And you got 3 in this game.
Heidi Burge got the second. 7-point game, just over 8 minutes to play. And Dina Evans called for the foul.
Stanford trying to be aggressive offensively, but it's still not within the flow of how they have played all season long. They've gotten everybody involved in their offense, and it just seems like they're doing a lot of one-on-one stuff.
Heather Burge comes back in, and Melanie Wagner out. There's the free throw attempts. They've got to get to the line. They got there, but Kate Page can't connect. Tammy Reese with a rebound. Jumper outside. Doesn't go for Beal. Second shot won't either. Pay the rebound. Goodenbauer for 3. Got it.
Don't give her a chance to set.
Her third 3 of the day. Dina Evans. Big rebound by Burge, and she puts it back. Heather Burge makes it 53-47. Goodenbauer might take another. She does. She got it again. She was 6 of 9 against USC in the regional final to get the Cardinal here, and she's got them back to within 3. Heather Burge, short, rebound, Hemmer. Costly, loose ball there.
They had the crowd behind them.
Burge missed again, but she's fouled by Hemmer. And that's 4 on Rachel Hemmer. Those of you tuning in for the men's Final Four action, you won't miss a beat of that. We'll be going to Minneapolis to Pat O'Brien and the group. And then Michigan, Cincinnati, and Indiana, and Duke yet to come. But here we've still got 6:24 left. Debbie Ryan's Virginia Cavaliers clinging to a 3-point lead. Rachel Hemmer, that was her 5th foul, not her 4th. And the 6'3" freshman is gone, and that could be very, very costly to this Stanford comeback.
Hemmer really struggled in this game, just could not get her game going, really forced things. And she's tough when she can rebound, and just really 2 key turnovers right there as far as one, this last one, the foul, and before that, throwing the ball away. She came up with a big rebound, but she could have dribbled away from the defense and really almost handed the ball to Molly Goodenbauer.
Heather Burge at the free throw line. 7 points and 6 rebounds for Heather Burge. Two big free throws for Heather Burge with 6 minutes and 24 seconds left. Virginia in front.
I drove literally every car in the same class, and it boiled down to I wanted a Geostorm. Guys like a girl that knows how to drive a stick.
There's 140 horses in here. Can you... Hello? Horses?
The cockpit's laid out like a jet.
You don't have to be a race car driver to drive a Storm, but you sure feel like one.
Get to know the new 140 horsepower Geostorm GSI right around the corner at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
If this car had wings, it would fly.
No better way to face the day.
The morning belongs to Speed Stick. It's 110% protection against wetness and odor that lasts all day.
No better way to face the day. Find it.
On the Denorex side of my head, I feel a tingling, like Denorex is working to get rid of my dandruff. That's me. That tingly feeling convinced me to switch from Head & Shoulders to Denorex.
Denorex with conditioners, the dandruff shampoo you can feel working.
Denorex is my shampoo now.
The best drivers. The best mechanics. The best machines. You won't find ordinary tools here. You will find Craftsman tools, 1600 hand tools, made in America, guaranteed forever. If you're gonna run with the best, you'd better have nerves of steel. And tools that say Craftsman.
Morning breath.
As soon as I have my coffee, it's all gone.
Whether you admit it or not, it's a problem.
Okay, I have morning breath, but it doesn't bother anyone.
Don't be so sure.
Mine's not so bad.
Morning breath's not as bad as you think. It's worse. So get Scope. Its 2 powerful ingredients kill 90% of the bacteria that cause morning breath.
Was my morning breath really that bad?
There's no denying morning breath, so save your breath with Scope.
You're watching CBS Sports coverage of the Final Four.
In Virginia's 3-guard offense, you always think Dawn Staley's going to be involved in a mismatch because of a taller player. Well, she is, but look what that mismatch has created today.
Well, Tara Vanderveer gave the challenge to Chris McMurdo to take advantage. No points today, and she averages over 11 points and has done nothing even defensively.
Well, Dawn Staley at 5'5" won that battle. Val Whiting inside going against the Verge Towers, and one of them got her.
And that's why Whiting's been able to go to the free throw line. She's so aggressive all season long. She creates contact and puts herself at the free throw line.
Heather Burge picks up her 4th. So both Burge sisters with 4 personals. Whiting's trying to go up against 2 6'5" players.
She's able to use both hands so well. It looks like a clean block, but Whiting, with her body, is able to go in. She's so strong, she forces that body contact.
Val Whiting is so good that when you think that she's got 18 points and 10 rebounds, you just can't believe it because it's been kind of a quiet 18 and 10. She had a stretch at one point this season against 3 Pac-10 teams where she had 33 or more points in 3 straight games. 55-52 Virginia. As we approach 6 minutes, Brad Nessler and Ann Myers at the LA Sports Arena. The winner of this one meets Western Kentucky tomorrow for the national championship. And we'll be here to bring it to you at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow afternoon. Heidi Burge, little half hook won't go. And I believe that's going to do it on Heidi Burge. Her 5th foul.
She's not been able to get into the flow of the offense because of foul trouble all game long. And they got the ball down low to her. You might have to see Heather coming back in, but a lot of times, too, when you're that tall, you have a tendency to reach over the back, and whether you make contact or not, it looks like that to the officials, and they'll call those fouls, but in front of her home crowd, she just never was able to get things going.
Now, she's obviously upset and got a lot of folks here watching because the hometown of the Burges just about 25 minutes away from this arena, and a large contingent of followers from Palos Verdes are here, but we see both Burges on the bench. Oh, I didn't think that thing was going to ever come down. And the possession arrow goes to Virginia. Heidi Verge, her nickname is the other one. Staley. Under 6 minutes. Virginia by 3. Kay backs away from Staley, trying to give her some room. She gave her too much room on the baseline, but the shot doesn't go, and it'll be Stanford ball.
Well, that was a total mismatch right there. Kate Kay not as quick laterally, and she gave up the baseline, trying to reach behind, and said, oh, no, Dawn Staley is a good ball handler. Got that shot off.
Timeouts you see remaining. You see the time remaining. Stanford's got 4 3-pointers today, and Molly Goodenbauer's got them all. McMurdo for 2. Air ball. Pay keeps it alive, but got it back into Staley. And Staley and Reese come up 2-on-2. Not a bad combination. One All-American dishes to the other.
Every time Stanford makes a move, Virginia just shuts the door on them.
They can't seem to get over that 3-point hump, and now it's 5 again.
Stanford really has struggled with that number 3 spot. Nothing has really happened for them. It's all been Whiting and Goodenbauer.
Whiting does it again inside. 22 for Val Whiting. 3-point ball game. Staley on the other end to Smith. Then Smith fouled as she went in. And that'll be Val Whiting's third.
The penetration all game long, Brad, by Virginia has been incredible. Stanford has tried to let them shoot the outside shot, but once a team penetrates, you have to stop them. And Stanford has not done that. They've sagged down almost underneath the basket.
Debbie Ryan, Virginia coach, just hoping for another chance at a national championship. Tara Vanderveer, who won the title 2 years ago, hoping that her club can get there against Western Kentucky. Kelly Daugherty checks back in, and Chris McMurdo goes out.
Well, I know Audra Smith's mom is happy she's back in the game, but so is Anthony Oliver, who she's engaged to, is on the men's team. They won the NIT.
I wonder who wins the horse matchup between Anthony and Audra. And the Burge twins on the Virginia bench. One is fouled out. One has 4. Audra Smith, 8 points to go with her 6 rebounds, and she's 5 out of 6 from the stripe.
But Smith and Wagner have come in and played very well as far as a supporting cast in the post position.
Again, the lead is 5 for the Cavaliers. And the Cardinal in need of a hoop here. Goodenbauer has one rattle out. Kate Pay keeps it alive, though, and she's fouled. They call it on Dina Evans. That's Dina Evans' 4th foul. Now you've got to make the free throws count. That's the key for both these clubs down the stretch. And at the line will be Kate Pay. What a family of athletes she comes from that played at Stanford. Her dad, a football star. Her brother, John Jr., a star quarterback for the Cardinal in the mid-'80s. She's got her first point of the day.
And John coached her in high school. As a matter of fact, Kate is a walk-on on this team this year. She was 3 years in a row state player in her division.
How tough does that mean it is to play for Tara Vanderveer?
But also the fact she wanted to go to Stanford so bad.
New life. Hedgepeth tracked that miss down. Whiting. Strong inside. 59-57. Under 4 minutes to go. Virginia has led virtually the entire game. Stanford's lead, their only one of the day, was at 4-2. Dawn Staley, 3-pointer, comes out. Goodenbauer, the rebound. And a blocking foul on Staley, and she has 4.
Staley looked like she was going to get good position, and Goodenbauer able to go to her left hand to avoid it. When she jumped up in the air over to the left side, that's where Staley gets called. Not much contact, but Goodenbauer looking back, a little smile on her face.
4 fouls on Dawn Staley. Heidi Burge has fouled out. Heather Burge has 4. That's the situation for Virginia. For Stanford, a 74% free throw shooter at the line, and it doesn't go, but Whiting got the rebound and tied it. The Cardinals come back from way behind, and with just over 3 to go, they're even. That's Dawn Staley's answer. And a foul on Dina Evans, and she is gone. Second Virginia starter gone. But remember, in the first semifinal today, Western Kentucky had 4 players foul out, and they hung on to win. So the Cavaliers now with a lineup they probably didn't quite plan on using, but due to Evans and Burge being gone, what they have on the floor is Heather Burge, Tammy Reese, Audra Smith, Charlita Beal, and Dawn Staley. Kate Pay at the free throw line misses, and Beal's got the rebound.
It's like Stanford's just taking the apple at the free throw line. A much better free throw shooting team, 73% as a team coming in. And this is when you need it at the end of the game.
Staley. And she's fouled by Goodenbauer. That's 4 on Molly Goodenbauer. Don't forget Michigan and Cincinnati, and Indiana and Duke yet to come as the men's Final Four from Minneapolis will take over when we're done here. And we'll be back here tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the championship game in the women's Final Four, and either Stanford or Virginia will advance to meet Western Kentucky's Lady Toppers, who won today by 12 in our first game over Southwest Missouri State. Dawn Staley knew she was going to miss that free throw. She took off from the line right away, and with the jump ball, the possession arrow goes to Stanford. Timeout, 2:42 to go, the Cavaliers by 2.
No better way to face the day.
The morning belongs to Speed Stick. It's 110% protection against wetness and odor that lasts all day. Start the morning with Speed Stick, the wide stick, for powerful 24-hour protection.
No better way to face the day. No better way to face the day.
Speed Stick, 110% protection.
Maybe your first car shouldn't be a car.
I was 18, didn't have a care, working for peanuts, not a dime to spare.
Get this Chevy S10 EL pickup with cash back for around $8,000. Chevrolet, the trucks you can depend on, the trucks that last.
Like a rock, oh, like a rock.
I hurt, but I'll be back.
I know.
Count me out. You make a mistake.
I know, Mr. Connors.
My doc says ibuprofen for body pain. The medicine, a Nuprin.
My trainer, too.
Got a Nupit.
Nupit. Nupit with Nuprin.
Strong stuff.
Just takes one.
Even a young guy like you uses it.
I Nupit.
This party ain't over, kid.
For back, joint, or muscle pain.
Nupit.
Nupit.
With Nuprin.
The body pain medicine.
Team, before we hit the pizza, a few words.
Announcing the new Pizza Hut Pepperoni Lovers Pizza.
A couple of more words about
So
what I want to
irresistible,
say.
just try to keep your hands off one. Because now there's 25% more of that tempting, mouth-watering pepperoni you love. 25% more.
But enough talk, let's...
Now one medium's $8.99 and any other medium's just $4 more.
To order the 1992 NCAA Championship Highlight Video, call 1-800-999-VIDEO. That's 1-800-999-VIDEO for the 1992 NCAA Championship Video.
61-59 Virginia with 2:42 left. There's the timeout situation. Neither team with any fouls to give. Stanford's got the possession arrow and the basketball. In fact, that last jump ball gave them the possession arrow. Now it's swung back to Virginia's way. Hay on the drive. What a shot for a 61 tie.
They just cleared it out for her.
And a foul underneath on Whiting. And that's 4 on Val Whiting.
That last play down the floor for Stanford, they just cleared the side out for Kate Pay, and Burge came over to help out, and boy, she let out a yell trying to pick up that offensive foul.
Heather Burge will go to the free throw line, where she hasn't missed today. And still hasn't. Perfect 5 for 5. Sister Heidi on the bench, having fouled out. Sister Heather at the free throw line for the top-ranked team in the country, leading by 1 with just over 2 minutes left in this semifinal matchup. Those are 2 gigantic free throws for Heather Burge.
Foul is obviously going to be important down this stretch. Whiting with 4, Burge with 4. Of course, Burge has played with 4 for a while, but Whiting just picking up that 4th personal.
Daugherty inside, and she got the shot to go. 63-63. Dawn Staley and Tammy Reese, the All-American backcourt.
Taking care of the basketball is going to be very important, trying to get a shot off within the half-court game.
Burge can't get it. Fought for her own rebound, and she has fouled out. She may not want to admit it, although she's going to have one more chat with her teammates. But she will have to sit next to Sister Heidi.
All is not lost for Virginia. There's plenty of time in this game, and Melanie Wagoner and Audra Smith have come in and really performed well off the bench for them.
We just took the people that fouled out of these 2 games today. We're going to have a pretty decent matchup, I think. 3 starters gone for Virginia. And Val Whiting, 8 of 10 at the line, 9 of 11 at the line, and Stanford for the first time since it was 4-2 is in the lead. And a major reason that they're back in front, Val Whiting buries both free throws. Now Virginia's got to play from behind for the first time virtually all afternoon. Dawn Staley with a 17.7 rebound, 4 assist day has got it in hand. She's the clutch player for the Cavaliers when they need her. 10 on the shot clock. Her shot won't go, and Kate Pay ties her up. Still Virginia ball with a fresh 30 on the shot clock.
That's a great one-on-one matchup. It's almost like Staley is toying with Kate Pay. The freshman Pay has played tough defense that time and had good weak side help.
Staley sets it at the point with just over a minute left.
Double picks up high.
They want her to take the shot, but she just can't find any room. And Val Whiting comes up with a steal. Possession arrow, Stanford.
The mistake Staley makes here is picking up her dribble. She should have continued it, but she saw all the red jerseys around her and was trying to get the ball to Audra Smith.
A very concerned Debbie Ryan looking on. At least 20 wins for 9 straight years. Last year, an overtime loss to Tennessee in the championship game. And now, after leading the entire game, wondering if her team's going to have a chance to get to tomorrow's final round. Timeout, Stanford with 44.4, and they lead by 2.
Getting to know you.
The Geo Metro, it sips gas. It barely uses any.
My friends think my Metro is great because of the gas mileage that it gets. All the money that I save on gas, I put away for a rainy day.
I feel really sorry for gas station attendants as I drive by.
The Metro gets more ways per gallon.
Getting to know you.
Surf's up.
Now's the time to get to know the Geo Metro XF5 right around the corner at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'm not a real doctor, but if I were, I'd recommend ligament for occasional muscle pain.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
Cool, crisp, clean. Old Spice. It puts the wind in your sails.
Dear Thompson's, I swear by Thompson's water seal.
That looks terrific.
But recently we ran out of Thompson's. And later, my son finished the job with another brand. Then it rained. What a difference. Thompson's beat it up, the other brand nothing. Thanks for making a product you can really believe in. Sincerely, Marvin Snoddy, Locust Grove, Virginia.
Now from Thompson's, 2 8-inch Stanley screwdrivers, a $2.99 value free with any Thompson's purchase.
For years, Pledge has kept our furniture beautiful. Well, now Pledge does even more. With a special dust-resistant formula called Dust Block, now Pledge actually repels dust. 2 weeks ago, I polished the word Pledge into this table. Watch. Pledge repels over half the dust I'd get just dry dusting. Pledge knows our lives are a lot busier these days. But with Pledge with Dust Block, they're a little easier, too.
Pledge with Dust Block. It actually repels dust. From SC Johnson Wax.
Wednesday nights, it's the new royal family and Davis Rules back-to-back.
Back-to-back, cheek-to-cheek, eyeball-to-eyeball, knee-to-knee.
The new royal family and Davis Rules, Wednesday.
Our Chevrolet players of the game, Dawn Staley with a 17-point outing for Virginia. Val Whiting, 28 points and 12 rebounds for Stanford. The Cardinal leads it with now 40 seconds left in the game.
See how much time Stanford tries to run off the clock.
8 on the shot clock. Daugherty. Somebody's got to take one. She finally got rid of it. And she was fouled. Melanie Wagner with a foul.
Tough call on Melanie Wagner. Virginia played pretty good defense. It's like Stanford came out of that timeout and looked to hold the ball a little bit instead of running an offensive play, and got caught standing a little bit.
And how big's the free throws coming up for Kelly Daugherty? Don't forget the men's Final Four from Minneapolis is next. Today's game was produced by Mike Burks and directed by Kathy Barretto. At the half, produced by Rob Silverstein. The senior producer of CBS Sports is Ed Gorn. The executive producer of CBS Sports is Ted Shaker. And with 26.3 seconds left, Stanford leads by 2.
Now during deer season, John Deere's annual sale. You can get up to $400 off on lawn and garden tractors. Or up to $150 off on one of our riding mowers. Or up to $80 off on one of our mulching mowers. With 36 different mowers to choose from, there's no lawn too large or too small for a John Deere. Even if some are a little hard to get to.
Everyone has a dream, a vision deep inside.
With all the mutual funds out there, I needed an easy way to help me compare them.
We make it easier to follow your own lead.
With Schwab's free mutual funds performance guide, I can compare track records on over 500 funds.
Always there to give you just the help you need.
Help yourself at Schwab today. You know how some days your legs feel a little peppier? A little zippier. Have that energy every single day in the Pantyhose with all-day massage. Leg Sheer Energy Pantyhose. Nothing keeps you moving like sheer energy, day after day after day.
It's back-to-back Bert. 2 great shows, 1 hilarious hour.
And yes, I can do both at the same time.
With guest Robbie Benson.
Calm down, though. It's the big time.
An hour of Evening Shade Monday.
The Cardinal fans have seen their team lead only 4 minutes of this game. But they have the lead with 26.3 to play. The Pac-10 champions and the ACC champions locked in a 2-point battle. And at the free throw line will be Kelly Daugherty, who's shot 75 free throws in competition and probably thousands in practice, and none bigger than the 2 she's got right here. If this one goes, it's going to make it awfully tough on Virginia. Still life for the Cavaliers. Staley and Reese are their best 3-point shooters.
They need to get one up so they have a chance for a rebound. Staley looking for a 3-point attempt as far as a foul.
Well, she got the 2 and got the timeout. A 1-point game with 11 seconds left. Timeout. We'll finish this one right after this.
The U.S. Postal Service will pick up 1 or 100 or 1,000 priority mail and express mail packages for just $4.50. That's per pickup, not per package. And we'll even pick up heavy ones. You'll get express mail next day and 2-day priority mail delivery at some of the lowest prices around. So call for a pickup. It's like getting a moving van for $4.50.
We deliver for you.
In a world of sweeping changes, there is one certainty. The financial strength of the rock. The Prudential Rock Solid.
Well, I guess 66-65 with 11 seconds left. Virginia trailing by a point. They didn't go for the 3-point shot, Annie, and we kind of wondered about that, but
I really thought they would, but obviously Virginia 0 for 10 on threes today makes a difference as far as why you're not going to do it. But also coming down and being able to score so quickly and calling that timeout, I would think coming out of this timeout that Virginia would not want to foul Val Whiting. They'll get a quick foul to not take any time off that clock and then hope that Stanford will miss the free throws, which they have not shot well in this second half or this game.
So the best bet is to foul anybody other than Whiting, right?
Exactly. Stanford, they've got to look and try and get the ball down as quick as they can and try and keep it out of the hands of a player so they can't get fouled, but usually that doesn't happen.
Don't forget the men's Final Four from Minneapolis is about 11 seconds away, barring overtime. Cincinnati and Michigan in Game 1, Duke and Indiana in Game 2. Whoever comes out on top in the next 11 seconds in this one meets Western Kentucky for the national championship here at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow afternoon.
The biggest thing is for Stanford to get the ball inbounds.
No one on the inbound passer. Whiting is the one that caught it. They've got to foul Pay, and they finally do with 6.9 seconds left. And Pay has had trouble from the free throw line today. 1 of 4. And we'll have some substitutions, but we'll also have another timeout. Virginia takes the timeout with 6.9 to play.
Microsoft Word for Windows is so easy. It just takes one click to make your work look twice as good. Microsoft Word, the word processor for Windows.
morning belongs to Speed Stick. It's 110% protection against wetness and odor that lasts all day. Start the morning with Speed Stick, the wide stick, for powerful 24-hour protection.
No better way to face the day. No better way to face the day.
Speed Stick, 110% protection.
Point of fact. It takes the average person an average of 20 keystrokes to do an average task with their PC. Counterpoint. You can do it with just a point and click with Microsoft Windows.
Last year's biggest Academy Award winner,
I have just created something totally illogical.
Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, Sunday.
6.9 seconds left in Los Angeles. And shortly after 5, Michigan and Cincinnati will tip off in Minneapolis in game 1 of the men's semifinal matchups, and then Indiana and Duke later on tonight. We'll take you from the West Coast to the Midwest here very shortly. Stanford still has 2 timeouts left. Virginia with 1. Tip-off time shortly after 5. I was talking Central Time in Minneapolis. It's just after 6 on the East Coast.
Coming out of this timeout, obviously, you would think that Stanford would make at least 1 free throw. They've got to make their first free throw. And if they miss the first free throw, I'm sure that Tara Vanderveer has her team prepared what kind of defense to set up against Virginia, getting that offensive rebounding and getting it down.
Dawn Staley has 20 three-pointers on the year. Tammy Reese is the best three-point shooter Virginia still has on the court. And the reason I say that is because you assume it's going to be a long shot depending on what goes on from the free throw line. They will get another chance or not. Staley fighting for the ball. Wagner picks it up. She's going to have to... Wait a minute. No, before the buzzer, there was a foul.
Staley was calling timeout the whole time, and the officials would not give her the timeout.
I thought there was a foul. There wasn't, apparently.
Well, one official ran off the floor, and the other one saying, no, let's go.
Well, that official's come back out from the locker room. I don't know where he was going. Let's straighten it all out. I thought he called a backcourt foul when Wagner was trying to get rid of the basketball.
Well, I know Staley was calling a timeout the whole time, and that's what she's upset about, is that the official would not call a timeout. But whether they call a foul or not, we'll find out.
Let's take a look at the last 6.9 seconds, and maybe you watching at home can be the judge.
Staley right there is trying to call timeout.
Now there's the pass to Wagner. Now watch, there's a whistle right before play expires, right there.
Well, look at the timeout. You see Staley and Reese trying to call timeout the whole time they've got the ball, and the official was ignoring him. She's been calling timeout. She's trying to tell the official ask why didn't you call a timeout. But it doesn't look like there's a foul from what we saw in that last 6 minutes, or 6 seconds.
The officials are staying on the floor, so apparently we've got point something left.
Well, the one official looks like he did call a timeout.
We cannot put tense on this, so I'm going to try to set it to 1 second. What do you do, though? You got to get right before it.
They're putting a second back.
Bob Trammell is the one that called a timeout, I believe.
With .8 left.
He saw Tammy Reese and Dawn Staley signaling for the timeout, and the other official in the backcourt, I think his head was turned and just couldn't hear or obviously didn't see the timeout being called.
And Stanford looking to defend. Virginia hoping for a miracle. Stanford by 1 with .8 seconds left, and over on the Virginia bench, Debbie Ryan's probably saying, where's James Forrest at Georgia Tech when I need him? The top-ranked team in the country, 0.8 seconds away from being upset by the number 3 team in the nation, and it would put Stanford against Western Kentucky for the national championship tomorrow afternoon. But Virginia will be able to get one more touch of the basketball before the men take over from Minneapolis.
The biggest thing for Virginia is get the ball inbounds and get a clean shot off. Stanford cannot afford to foul. So do you take you obviously have to take the chance and let them get a shot off, but not fouling. But play good defense.
Dawn Staley, Tammy Reese, the All-American backcourt for Virginia. And they're just 0.8 seconds away from the disappointment suffered a year ago in the overtime loss to Tennessee in the title game, and now they're a point short with less than a second left. And you can see a lot of them still looking up at that scoreboard as if staring at it would help add a few more seconds. It won't work that way.
Really look for the Cavaliers getting the ball into Tammy Reese's or Dawn Staley's hands as far as the three-point shot is concerned.
Let's see who's going to inbound. Either Audra Smith or Melanie Wagner. It'll be Wagner who will inbound. And now another timeout. Tara Vanderveer wanted to see what Debbie Ryan had to show her as far as an offensive set, and we'll be back for the finish of this in a moment.
I hurt, but I'll be back.
I know.
Count me out. You make a mistake.
I know, Mr. Connors.
My doc says ibuprofen for body pain. The medicine and Nuprin.
My trainer, too.
Got a Nupit.
Nupit with Nuprin.
Strong stuff.
Just takes one.
Even a young guy like you uses it.
I Nupit.
This party ain't over, kid.
For back, joint, or muscle pain.
Nupit.
Nupit.
With Nuprin.
The body pain medicine.
Now during deer season, John Deere's annual sale. You can get up to $400 off on lawn and garden tractors. Or up to $150 off on one of our riding mowers. Or up to $80 off on one of our mulching mowers. With 36 different mowers to choose from, there's no lawn too large or too small for a John Deere, even if some are a little hard to get to.
Where the Birds, this is a situation where having Heidi and Heather Burge out of the game as far as having that post player to pass the ball into and getting a quick shot and that height, but they've got to go with the smaller players. Tammy Reese, 41% from three-point range. Staley, 32%. But as soon as they get it, they're going to have to fire it over somebody tall.
We're 12 minutes away from the Wolverines and the Bearcats snarling at each other in Minneapolis. It gets closer and closer. It's been a long afternoon. We had more fouls than you'd want to see in our first semifinal game, and now it's strategy that has lengthened this second semifinal matchup. Stanford 0.8 seconds away from going to the championship game. Virginia hoping for a prayer to be answered, and their twin towers having fouled out. There is no way to lob down low to anybody.
Not one of the better games for Stanford coming into the tournament. The last 7 games they've been on a roll, but they'll be smiling if the score stays the same.
Again, we'll see Melanie Wagner come over in front of us to inbound.
Anita Kaplan, the 6'5" center, trying to distract her.
Beal, Smith, Staley, and Reese, the 4 she has to try to get it into. To Staley. Dawn Staley at the buzzer. No basket. The Cardinal wins it. Stanford wins it by a point. Tara Vanderveer's club will go back for another chance at a championship that they won 2 years ago. For Virginia, the very real disappointment of no ring again. Don't forget, coming up next, the men's Final Four from Minneapolis, Cincinnati and Michigan, and Indiana and Duke. Don't forget, join us tomorrow, 4 o'clock, as we will crown a women's champion here at the LA Sports Arena. That's going to wrap it up for Ann Myers, Mary Carrillo, and Andrea Joyce. I'm Brad Nessler saying so long from Los Angeles. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home of the NCAA Basketball Championship.
This is CBS.
April 5th is daylight savings time, but at Ancira, your savings time is all the time.
Save $1,200 on a 92 West End pickup. Ancira sale priced at only $79.77. Save on over 80 92 Jeep Wranglers, only $10,492. Save $8,000 on this 92 Royal conversion van. Ancira sale price for only $17,977. When do you save at Ancira? All the time, Monday through Fridays, Sundays too.
San Antonio and South Texas' #1 Chevy dealer and Texas' #1 Jeep Eagle dealer.
Other dealers may claim to be #1, but at Ancira, we are #1.
Are you tired of spending countless hours painting, propping, and repairing that old wood fence? Fincrete America has the answer. Fincrete is a precast concrete permanent wall system with the natural look of wood or brick. All of our styles are available in a variety of colors and will last a lifetime, virtually maintenance-free. So forget the headaches of rotten wood fencing and call Fincrete America to find the permanent answer to your fencing needs. Now available in stucco and rock. Call Fincrete America today, 492-7911.
Pizza Hut delivery for the Supreme Pizza loaded with 6 delicious toppings. Get a Supreme for $7.99 and any other pizza for just $4 more.
Johnny Deep Gabriel, always looking for a gimmick. He tried to get a ride on the Republican reform bandwagon, but the Republicans kicked him off. Now the polls say lawyers are unpopular, and the lawyers back Monroe Spears, so Johnny attacks his own profession, trying to become the Democratic nominee for judge of our district court. Don't fall for this opportunistic gimmick. Let's elect a real Democrat, Monroe Spears, endorsed by law enforcement organizations and voted best qualified by the Bexar County Bar Association.
Texas Country Reporter, Sunday morning at 7:30 on KENS TV.
Leitner's on Pelfrey as the inbound comes into Woods. Hurley matched up on him. Woods takes him down the right side, fires it up. It goes with 2 seconds left. Timeout, Duke. Bobby Hurley up the floor with Leitner. They throw it to the left of the floor. Leitner catches, comes down, dribbles, shoots, scores! Christian Leitner has hit the bucket at the buzzer. The Blue Devils win it, 104 to 103. Look out, Minneapolis. Here come the Blue Devils.
If it's a championship, we must be in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Twin Cities area. A beautiful spring day here and a great day to, as Ernie Banks once said, play two semifinal games here in the Metrodome. A few moments ago, the Cincinnati Bearcats huddled in a hallway here.